Hi viewers, I'm Gideon from the New Testament channel. Depression and mental health is a spirit, a demonic spirit that is destroying the lives of many people, that is destroying many families. Today, this is something that has swept across the entire world, and this spirit is creating havoc in many people's life. Today, I want to share my own personal testimony of how this spirit came to destroy my own personal life as a man. I can remember over 14 years ago, somehow I got depressed. I did not even know that I was depressed. I did not know that the spirit entered my space, entered my life. But somehow things changed in my life as a young man, to the point where my friends and family around me was considering me somebody who was losing their mind. I was suffering and I did not understand what was happening to me. 14 years ago, I was at home and somehow my head started hurting me. I had a terrible headache and I cried out in my home for pain that hit my head. I went to the doctor and of course they declared that my pressure went up, and they did some minimal testing, and of course they sent me home and said that the only thing they saw was that my pressure went up. I was not hit with anything at that particular time, did not have any sickness. After the minimal tests that were done, everything came back negative, and they said I was okay, I should just go home and rest. But somehow from that day, for a year or two, my life changed. I can remember my wife was pregnant with my daughter at that time. And the situations that started happening to me, I put my wife through suffering, even though she was pregnant. My life changed. I started behaving differently because thoughts kept on bombarding my mind, and these thoughts were racing thoughts. Like I could not control the thoughts that were buffeting my mind, like one thought after the next, to the point where I could not sleep. I had sleepless nights. It was so bad that there was a clock on the wall in my room, and you know that thing that represents the seconds, and this is my testimony. I'm sharing my own personal testimony to show you the danger of this spirit that has taken over and is destroying lives, families, friendship. The spirit of depression and mental health, dangerous. You know that little thing that represents the seconds and clock, and the sounds that it makes, tick, 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 tick. Every night when I went to lie down trying to sleep, I could not sleep. All I heard was the ticking that is coming from the clock, loud and clear. That's the only sound I could hear when everybody else was fast asleep. I could not sleep and I was suffering. I was fatigued. I was anxious. Everything I was anxious about, I become paranoid about everything, to the point where I used to love driving and I did not want to go around a steering anymore. My wife had to be driving me everywhere. She wanted to go or I wanted to go. She had to be driving, and mark you, as I said earlier, she was pregnant, advanced state of pregnancy. But I was so paranoid about driving because I felt like if I should drive, I was going to crash and I was going to die. I didn't want to go around any steering. I did not want to go anywhere by myself. I felt lonely. I felt like I was alone. I didn't want to go out. I just wanted to lock myself in my room. I didn't want to eat. I didn't want to partake of anything. And everybody started wondering what was happening to me. And every day I would tell them that I am feeling sick and they need to take me to the doctor now because I'm dying. I felt for days, for weeks, for months like I was having a heart attack. That's how I felt. One day, my mother called me and she said, go and take some tests. I did not know that she wanted to prove to me that nothing physically was happening to me. But she said to me, go and take some tests. When I went to the doctor and I was explaining what was happening to me, I can remember, and this is an honest experience that I had. A doctor asked me these words, and I'm going to quote it in Jamaican term. Dope in your bed. Those were the words that a doctor said to me, asking me if I was sleeping with devils or demons or ghosts, because of what I was explaining to the doctor of what was happening to me. They were saying that what I was talking about wasn't making sense. I sounded confused. I sounded like I was losing it. My words were all over the place and no one understood what I was going through. But I felt like I was dying. All the time I'm explaining to my wife, I'm explaining to my siblings, I'm explaining to the people that are part of my church and my friends around. They did not understand what was happening to me. I had friends that when I even talked, they were even crying, they were even laughing at me because they didn't understand what was happening. I was suffering. And I can remember how I got miserable, frustrated, tormented. I was suffering and I did not know how to get out. To make a long story short, I went to the doctor and I did all kind of tests. I went on a machine where they put these things on my body and I was running on a machine to check my heart rate, and the doctor said to me, everything about your heart rate is perfect. And this is what the doctor was saying, that you were healthy. I can also remember I did a CAT scan among other things for my brain, and when the result came back, everything was alright. When I called my mom and I told her that all the results, all the tests, blood works, everything, I did it all. Everything came back negative. I was okay. After I got home and I called my mother and I said to her, everything was negative. Everything is alright with me. She said these words to me. Son, I wanted you to take all these tests and mark you. They were tests that cost thousands of dollars. She said, I wanted you to do these tests to prove to you that nothing is wrong with you physically. And what is happening to you is something that you need to fight against. It's something that you need to stand up against. It's something that you need to combat. And she said to me, I have been there. I know what I'm talking about. You need to fight. People had it that I was going crazy, that I was losing my mind, and I was truly fighting. No doubt I was going through hell. You know what? I listened to the words of my mother and I started fighting against what was happening. I rose up and I started praying and I started speaking against the forces that were coming against me, the thoughts and the racing of the mind. And I want to tell you today that that's when I got delivered. That's when I was set free. That's when all that was happening to me in regards to depression and the mental health that I was going through, that's when it all left. And today I'm 100% delivered and set free, but it was not easy. Today I want to encourage somebody to rise up, to come against the forces that are against your mind, the forces that are against your life, the forces that is releasing torment and frustration and fear and anxiety and loneliness and fatigue. Rise up with power. I want to say to a parent today, rise up, pray for your children. I want to say a husband, pray for your wife, a wife, pray for your husband. Speak against this force because it's a demonic force that is against your family and wants to destroy your family. The Bible says the devil come to steal, kill, and destroy, and he has released these spirits to come against us. Health organizations are baffled and don't understand what is happening, and they want to prescribe all kinds of drugs for these things. But I'm telling you that depression and mental health is a spirit thing. It's demonic and it's destroying the lives of people. I'm calling on believers today to cry out, to pray, to speak up with power and authority, and to come against the forces of darkness that has been designed to destroy lives and to destroy families. It is real, and many people don't understand. Many people are searching for the cure, but the cure is in the blood of the Messiah. The cure is from the throne room of the Creator, where there's power and healing and deliverance. The Messiah said, I'm anointed to heal the brokenhearted and to set at liberty them that are bruised and bound. The burdens and the frustration and all that is happening, turn it over to the Creator and seek deliverance today for your depression, for your anxiety, and for your mental health. Share this video and bring awareness to what is happening. It's not about prescription and medication. It's about the blood of the Messiah to grant deliverance and healing. Today I'm a living testimony that you too can be delivered and set free from this wicked spirit that has taken over your space and creating havoc. I give him thanks again for my deliverance. And my desire, my prayer is that he will deliver you too, because this is the purpose to which he's anointed for. Thank you again for tuning in.